Hey, good morning. Our show today is brought to you by Recon Tech, Springfield, right on the corner of 8th and Black. Recon Tech, Springfield, one-stop vehicle reconditioning. Have them give your car details and make your car look better than new. Recon Tech. Call 217-670-1132 and tell them you want a detail. Tell them you want a coating. How about a coating? 3-year, 5-year, or 7-year coating? For the life of a coating, you will not have to wax your car. Just get it washed. Come out smart and clean. For the life of your coating. How about that, huh? Recon Tech, right on the corner of 8th and Black. 217-770-1132. We're also brought to you by Just Bed, the Yawn Exterminators. Just Bed. Every size bed, full size, queen size, king size, they've got them. Just go on in there, lay on the bed you want, find the one you want, and pay for it and go home. You don't have to carry your bed home on top of your car like a hillbilly. No, just let them deliver it. They deliver all beds. They show up to your house. They set up your bed. And then they even take your old bed and dispose of it properly. Unless it's too messy, then they dispose of it in Steve's front yard or backyard. It is Just Beds, 3120 Montvale Drive in Springfield. Fine sponsors in the show. We are the Morning Disaster. What's up, people? What's going on? I see Steve's I don't know what he's
baked,
preparing to blow, or what's going on there. Look at him. We're the Morning Disaster. For those that do not know, my name is Ray Lytle. This is the Morning Disaster. Morning Disaster has been around since 1996. 96. Before that, I was doing shows called the Lytle and Lamb Show, the Ray Lytle Show. The Unnamed Morning Show was a show that I did, since I've been doing shows since 1986. But 96 is when I finally started the Morning Disaster. We went live, been syndicated 3 times. I failed at syndication 3 times. A lot of radio people didn't even get 1 chance at syndication. I failed at it 3 times. How about that?
Wow. That's a great accomplishment.
I mean, come on. A lot of people don't even get 1 chance to syndicate. I was given 3 chances, and I fucked up all 3. Yeah. How about that, right? Anyway, we are
exactly. Hey.
We are here, and we're doing the Morning Disaster. Hello, everybody. I'm Ray Lytle. That's Christina. Morning. And there's the disaster right there, Steve. Steve is a real authentic person. He is not it is not a character. He is not that talented. He's not that gifted. He's not gifted to act like.
Well, he's a different kind of gifted.
Yeah, yeah. He is not gifted enough in the ways you're thinking. There you go.
Hey, I got 3 degrees.
Oh,
here we go. Please go ahead. Please go ahead and please give your accomplishments.
I have a degree in automotive technology, pre-1988. I also have a degree in landscape design. Turf management and landscape design. Sorry about that. My nose itches. Turf management and landscape design. And this was never documented, but at one point in time, I was a chemist.
Yes, you were.
I had a laboratory.
You have a degree?
I don't have a degree in it. Well, I made a little bit of money doing it, but I didn't get any. I didn't get a degree in it. But we don't talk about that one too much because that was.
Where did you do this chemistry?
Oh well, that is a I can't disclose that area because of the no, because it was a 345 McBride in Dupont, Illinois. Yep.
Well, that's where you're given a degree?
Well, that area right now is I don't have to worry about anything because it's just one empty big lot now because everything that was there burned down.
Oh.
Hmm.
Wow,
Terrible.
who burnt the town?
Terrible. I don't know how it caught on. It only caught on fire once when I lived there. Well, twice when I caught it on fire once. I caught the garage roof on fire one time.
Mm-hmm.
Gee, I wonder how.
How did the garage how'd the garage roof catch on fire?
This one time, somebody tried to light our shit on fire and almost caught our house on fire.
Oh,
I don't know who did that. It might have been the squatters who were living in the camper out in the backyard. I don't know. Well, they weren't really squatters. I was paying them rent. They weren't really paying. Well, they weren't paying me in cash. They were paying me in, Well, I like Cody's mom. Me and her had some chat together.
What?
Wait, so you had squatters living in your backyard.
Well, they were really squatters. I was letting them live there. I let them.
And you said they paid you rent?
Not cash. Not cash.
What kind of rent did they pay you?
Well, we kind of bartered, because Cody was my friend. He was also a chemist. He helped me a lot in the garage. And then his
Cody's
mom,
the one who just got out of prison?
yeah.
All right.
And his mom, he lived with his mom lived with her. And at that time, his mom was just about my age. And she was pretty hot looking. She wasn't big, heavy set. She was fine and dandy. And she would come in the house. They would have, because they didn't have any water. We just let them have power. So
Would they ran an extension cord from the camper into your house? Okay.
Right, yeah, exactly. From a carport into
But they didn't have water?
No, they had to come in. They could come in the house if they wanted to use the bathroom. Well, she would come in the house, when Michelle was gone at the gambling place, and she'd take a shower. She'd come and say, "Steve, I'm taking a shower." Okay, no problem. And then
You peeped in on her, would you?
There. You betcha I was.
You would find an excuse to walk into the bathroom when she was showering? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Pervert.
And she didn't seem to mind because the first time I did it, I said, "Hey, I gotta use the potty. Is it okay?" Because it was a special potty. It was a little bit taller than the other one, so I like to use that. It's okay. I'm fine. Go ahead. Just don't flush. I go, okay, cool. I might have peeked around the corner.
You might have.
So someone was using your shower. You went into the bathroom and squatted down, did your business while they were in the shower. And you were looking, and you were trying to look at them. Could you see anything?
Yeah.
Brett wants to know if she was a biggin.
No, she was little. She's a little bit tiny thing. Mm-hmm. She had some nice boobies though.
So you would look at her nude body, and that was what you feel was your payment.
Yeah.
Well, poor Karen says she feels violated.
What?
Oh my God.
Karen said she probably didn't mind because she was methed out. Was the woman a meth addict? Did she seem to be meth addicty? Was there something?
a beautiful day out today.
Well, that tells you the answer.
We're
to
just
that.
wondering if was she a user of this product that you were learning how to make?
She was our quality control. She was our quality. You know, when Cody and I and Ghost and Justin and Brandon and Terry and Billy Bob.
How many children did she have?
Well, no.
And by the way,
Cody
where did you meet them to where you ended up saying, "Oh, well, you can put your camper in my backyard if you want"? How did it come to that?
Well, I met Cody because Cody's Justin's brother, and and
who did you meet first?
Justin. He was working for Michelle and I.
But I mean, where did you meet him?
I don't know. That's a good question. Where did we meet him? I don't remember.
And the kid says, "You want some work done? I can do it for you."
I might have bought weed off of him.
Okay, so
when I first went down there.
Oh,
so
my
you
God.
bought weed. You bought weed off of a guy. I'm just saying, how did it get from buying weed off of him to you going, "Hey, if you guys need a place to live, why don't you just pull your camper into our backyard?"
Well, it was. I was following Justin on Facebook, and he's talking about his mom needed a place to put her camper because she couldn't put it in his yard. And I got to talking about she had a camper to live in, and I got to talking to Michelle because we had 3 acres. We had 3 acres of land, so we had a lot of land back there. And I'm like, hey, that'd be because we were already landlords. We already had the little house next door, and then we had the house I discussed one time before that we bought and remodeled it, and we were renting it also. So we were already landlords. So
But
it was just, I was
that's
like,
the one where you didn't. They were giving you monthly rent, and you were not using it to pay the mortgage.
That would be correct.
Okay, and then the bank took the house away.
Yeah.
And then you got angry because you were no longer getting the rent from the tenants you had.
Right.
And
so,
yet
but that's when
rent was more than the mortgage. The rent coming in was more than what the mortgage cost.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. The taxes on it were only like $500 a year, and we were making like $500 a month on it. Well,
all right. What was the mortgage? What was your mortgage payment?
There was no mortgage on it. She paid cash for it.
Oh, all right. So you couldn't save. You couldn't take one. You couldn't take 1 month's rent and pay the taxes.
Nope.
Oh my God.
Had other things to get.
All right.
Other things such as
Food. Well, we didn't buy much food because we learned how to borrow it. Let's just say borrow it from certain establishments.
Oh my God.
You make a deal for Justin to give you more weed for him to put his mom's camper in the backyard?
No, we agree. I said, look, man, we can they got plenty of room to park it, and then we can just plug in an extension cord. First, I said in the garage, but I'm like, nah, man, I don't want it in the garage all the time. We can plug it into the house, and then they have power. And if they got to shower or use the bathroom or anything, they can come in and use the bedroom toilet. And I said, fuck, Michelle, we can charge her $300 a month. It ain't gonna cost us $300 a month just in power. So, oh yeah, it's a good idea. Tell them to go ahead and bring it over. So it was just supposed to be like a 1 month deal. It ended up being like 3 years.
Oh my God!
Wow.
3 years they never had their own bathroom. They never had their own.
They had one in the camper, but you could only pee in it. You couldn't poop in it because we just opened the valve up and just let the pee run out in the yard.
Oh, bet that smelled good.
So there was a big spot in the yard from where their camper was.
Oh yeah, that's where the kids played the railroad the 4-wheelers.
So they would ride their 4-wheelers through the piss all the time.
Yeah,
that seems like a lot of fun.
Wow.
That's where we had this one little motorcycle, little Kawasaki tail, and I'm just going to say how it is. And the boys couldn't get it to start, so I couldn't walk it out. This is when I could walk, because when I didn't have a walker, and I can do it. I can do it. So I get my leg over the motorcycle, and I get going one time, and I fall over. And he turned around and I said, Mom, he fell over and he can't get up. And the neighbor dude come walking over, and this is about 8 o'clock in the morning. He's already 3 sheets to the wind. He's like, oh, do you want me to help you up? Just let me stand here for a second and get my breath. You can't even stand up yourself.
So it was a motorcycle on top of you?
Well, it was like I was like strapped. It was just a little motorcycle, like a little 70 or something. We had all kinds of that shit. We had motorcycles, 4-wheelers, go-karts, lawnmowers, golf carts. We had all that shit.
Unbelievable. Yeah, we heard how you got the go-kart.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that was just one of the go-karts. We had several go-karts.
Mm-hmm. And I imagine this kid grew up to be a driver. So is he a race car driver or something with all his experience?
He could be, but he's I really shouldn't say what it turned out to be.
What's he doing now for a living?
Because he'll be 18 here in September.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm a little disappointed what it turned out to be, but
what did he turn out to be? A predator?
he might have an addiction problem. Let's just say.
Oh wow!
What he's addicted to, or what do you know he is addicted to?
Huh?
What is he addicted to?
Luckily, he's not addicted to meth.
Well, thank
God.
He is addicted to marijuana, though. I don't know who taught him.
Wonder where he picked that up from.
Yeah. You weren't smoking marijuana in the house around this kid, were you?
Stephen Blaine.
Was marijuana smoked in the house when the kid was growing up or something?
Jesus Christ.
I almost won an MLB yesterday.
Uh-huh.
Oh God. I love when we find out these stories from Steve's past. It really is.
It's great.
It just makes the rest of us feel better about our lives.
I was, that's funny. I was just talking yesterday. I was talking to an old classmate that I graduated high school with. And I was telling them, remember when we used to do this? Remember when we used to do that? Remember when we used to... You know what he said to me? He said, God damn it. He said, I don't remember any of that shit. He said, why? He said, why do you even remember that shit? And I said, I don't know. I just remember.
What uncomfortable things were you bringing up to this guy? Were you like, hey, remember when we were circle jerking out the garage?
I said, hey, how you doing, man?
First and third.
I said, hey, how you doing, man? It's good to see you got a new job, and all that. I said, man, I wish your wife would have had sex with me that one night, but she didn't.
What? You actually said that?
He's like, well, we've been married for 28 years now.
Oh my God.
We had some bad years. I said, yeah, I know. She drove all the way to Chicago to come and see me, and then she left very disappointed. So, but she stuck with you.
So this is the guy. You've told this story before. There was a guy who was married to someone, and you started having some kind of online
Yeah.
back and forth with her, and you chatting,
Make her
and telling
feel
her.
good about herself.
So she drove to Chicago to go see you, and then she went to have sex with you, but she said your penis was too small.
Well, she didn't say that exactly. She just said, "Oh."
Oh, so
And then-
she did not have a good time with you, though. Right?
No, 'cause she left early. I mean, I'm like, "What are you doing?" So I'm gonna.
And she
I'm
went
gonna
back
go
to her
ahead,
husband.
man.
She went back to her husband, and they ended up fixing their marriage.
Yeah, I must have, helped their marriage because now they've been married almost 30 years.
So look, I mean, you're kind of you could take credit. You could take credit for that. You
That's what I
helped.
was trying to
You
explain to
mended-
him too.
You mended their bad marriage because you had sex with this woman, and it was so uneventful for her. It was so bad that it made her go back to her husband and realize that it really wasn't that bad. Congratulations, Steve.
Yeah, way to go.
Yeah, you're very productive. You're a very productive part of society. At least to people who, were having bad marriages and the woman wanting to get out. You agree to have sex with them, and then they are so unsatisfied.
Oh, I've turned women lesbians and everything else. So.
Congratulations.
Two of them I've dated, and now women. One was married to one. Oh, boy, I'm glad I didn't ask you to marry me.
Oh my God.
So women had sex with you and then turned gay right after? Is that what you're saying?
Yep. Sometimes during the dating period.
I'll be damned. Well, congratulations, I guess.
Wow.
Congratulations, my friend. Very strong way to start the show this morning.
Wow.
Well, that's what we do.
Yeah, you're just entertaining people.
Exactly.
That's all I know. By the way, we're getting some people saying good morning. Diane says, good morning, everyone. Good morning, all.
Morning.
Holly says, good morning, all.
Good morning.
Let's see. DA says, Steve didn't start the fires in Dupo, but he is still being investigated. Did they investigate you for starting any of those fires?
No comment.
Brent says Steve's wearing the same shirt. Yeah, of course.
Mm-hmm.
That's the shirt he's wearing this week.
This is a very comfortable shirt.
Karen says, I feel another felony confession is brewing.
No.
I'm sure there was several felonies discussed there in that last segment.
Yeah.
Yeah. Big D says, I missed 2 days and I feel like I'm so far out of the loop on things.
No.
Oh my God. Tom says, so Steve was a slumlord?
We don't call him that.
Well, it seems like
That's what it sounds like to me.
Yeah, you were renting properties and including a camper in your backyard. And you were getting more money in rent than what your mortgage for this house you guys had was, and you forgot to pay the taxes. And the county took the house away, and they turned around and sold it or something.
Yeah. Well, it
Jen
wasn't
says
like it was. They did it in 1 year. We didn't pay the taxes probably for 3 or 4 years before they finally said, "Oh, we're going to sell the property."
Yeah, but just pay the taxes. Well, oh boy. By the way, from your whole story, Karen says she feels violated. So thanks for that.
I'm sorry.
Big D says all women want to be watched. No, I don't think women want to be watched in the shower.
No.
Yeah.
Brent said, this is the type of woman who would pay rent in drugs. No way she cared she was getting peeped upon while showering. That's what Brent says.
True.
I could not shower if I knew some grotesque behemoth was sitting on the toilet watching me. There's no way I could shower. Oakster says, good morning, Raymond, Christina, in chat room.
Morning,
I guess Mushmouth or Mayor of Melton City too. So there you go.
I'm not a little mushmouthy today.
Yeah, you do sound a little mushmouthy.
Wonder why.
Yeah.
As much
Let's
we
just say it's another day when I woke up late again. It's just I
and then
wake
you
up
just
late.
started smoking meth immediately, or started smoking weed immediately.
Hope not meth. God.
Yeah. Oh, thank God. Thank God it's not meth, right? He'd be bouncing off the walls.
Oh my God.
I
couldn't
probably
even
wouldn't
imagine.
have been asleep.
Did you like the high from meth?
Yeah, but after a couple of days, it got old. You
What's
know,
the
when you're
best?
going,
What's the best high?
wow.
What's your recommendation?
Well, I like to have.
What's your high du jour?
I mean, honestly, I mean, I like the high that I get from these vapes, but
Yeah.
I like the high from meth because it's, especially since you smoke it. You smoke it, and you don't get that coughing. It's very smooth. It's very
Really,
smooth.
meth is smooth to me.
Oh yeah.
You would think it'd be rough. Like,
I've only seen it
much-
on TV
much-
shows and movies. I've never.
much smoother than weed. I think I didn't have a problem inhaling from a meth pipe, but I have a problem inhaling like this. Hit a vape or weed pipe.
Like you're doing right now when you hit a vape. Good Lord.
you are a
I have
freaking
never,
mess.
I've never heard that meth is a smoother intake. Right? I've never heard. I don't know much about meth. I don't know much about weed. I don't know much about anything. But
Well, that's
I
my
don't either.
opinion. It may affect people. It may affect people differently, and that's going to be hard to find. It's going to be hard to find another person that admits they smoke meth. You know, it's not something.
most
you can
people have
probably-
shame.
I used to
Yeah.
smoke it. I don't smoke it now. Just so everybody knows, I haven't smoked meth in.
Well, since your buddies got released out of prison, stopped by and gave you a little sample.
Yeah.
But that was outside.
But you still did. It still counts.
You still smoked it. So I honestly didn't know that meth was a smoother intake than marijuana. I had no idea. I'll be damned.
Yeah.
That's something we learned today.
Well, that might.
I didn't know that. I don't know a lot about crack and meth or much about marijuana. As you know, because I don't handle it well. I tried.
Well, you should tune in to the Wake and Bake
No.
on Monday mornings. Rhino
he's still
knows some
sleeping.
shit. Rhino knows some shit, man. I'm still, even though I've been smoking weed for like 30 years, I'm still a newbie at all this new stuff. You know, these vapes and the terpenes and all this stuff.
So you say meth is smooth.
When I smoked it, it was smoother. It didn't have that hard. I mean, you You would think something that had those kind of chemicals.
Do you
in it.
immediately get high from smoking that?
Oh, yeah.
Or how long
Oh
does
yeah,
it take?
it's immediate. It's boom. It just woo.
Oh wow.
Oh. And that's what I liked about it. It was just it's instant. I mean, it was.
So your eyes roll back in your head, and you're instantly.
No, man, I
feeling-
couldn't fucking move. I was sitting in the chair at my desk, and I couldn't feel my fucking legs. I couldn't feel my body.
Right.
Yeah. I thought, whoa, this is good.
What's so good? What's good about not being able to feel your body or not being able to feel your
Right?
legs? Yeah.
Well, but then I had a ton of energy, too. I know
I know that a lot of people smoke it, like a lot of,
Well,
I don't
agree.
know. Good people. I just don't know what type of people smoke it, but I know that
Wow.
it is a problem. Joel says, "Good morning, Steve. Looks like you're
Good
dressed to head to an island."
Well, Joe, I would like to someday. But this shirt, I'm just saying, this shirt is, I like how this shirt feels on my body.
Mm. What does it feel like?
Feels like a pair of silky undies.
Oh Jesus.
It's not a silky shirt, is it?
Oh, yeah. I like the rub on my back.
Oh, just stop right there, please.
And those are one of the shirts that Big D gave you, right?
Oh, yeah.
And they're all comfortable like that?
I don't know. They're not. Well, a couple of them. See, with the 5Xs are a little bit on the tighter side.
Yeah.
But this is a 6X, and it feels good through the shoulders.
Yeah.
And,
You like that 6X?
And I like that. Oh, it feels so good though on my back.
Yeah.
Oh, I've never had silky panties. I've always had tidy whities, so I never been able to wear, silky panties. And I wonder what this would feel like if a pair of underwear. I bet this would feel good. Although I have an extra moisture wick underwear in the ball sack area.
Oh my God. What the
I don't know. I guess I've never worn silky underwear.
Exactly. Yeah.
Not ever worn. By the way, and on the next episode of Highway, this is according to Tom, on the next episode of Highway to Heaven, Steve will be in an underpass giving handy to those on the way to the pearly gates.
Why does he keep saying that? I've never lived in an underpass. I used to live
When
by
you describe your life, I always visualize you living in an underpass. Oh my God. Sorry, Steve. Oh my God. Tom says, "Is Steve 3 sheets to the wind every morning?"
No.
Yes. Yeah, it seems like mostly he is.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're more like 3 shits to the wind. Yeah. Every morning he is messed up. Oh boy. Well, that's our Steve. That's a nice opening story, Steve, to bring everyone up to date on who you are and what you do. I want to thank all our viewers on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter this morning, all watching the show. We appreciate it. I apologize if anything has made you question life.
Always remember, someone else's life been worse.
Yeah, that's true.
Or better. Like I said.
I don't know about better, but I definitely agree with it. Yeah.
In all my years, I'd have to say those 10 years down in Dupo were probably my best.
That was your best?
Wow. Were probably my funnest. I had it all.
Really? So you felt that was having it all?
Well, we had a pool and we had a jacuzzi. I had a whole room full of NASCAR collectibles.
Oh boy.
I had we had motorcycles and campers and boats, and I didn't have a boat.
He says he'd love to turn a pale-skinned redhead with green eyes into a lesbian by having sex with them.
Oh God.
Ooh, I
Mercy, Will.
don't want. I'm not. Well,
Steve has experienced that.
They were never been pale skinned or redheaded. I've only been with one redhead. That was the very first one.
I haven't been with a pale-skinned woman in well over 30 years.
Well, duh, you've been married over 30 years.
Yeah, and my wife does not have pale skin. She's got nice dark skin like me.
Mm-hmm.
Her skin's, well, it's darker than me in some areas. You know what I mean? Especially if she's in the sun. Unbelievable. Mm-hmm. I love it. Love it. Yeah. Now after having my wife, there are certain things I prefer, and my wife's dark skin is one of those things. Like, I don't think I could have sex with any type of pale person. Would not be a turn, you know. I need that dark skin. Yeah. By the way, Big D is saying, I'm not sure why, but he says, I would like to try some mushrooms or X.
I won't. Let me know. Let me know, D. I know where you can get some shrooms, buddy.
Of course. Of course.
I've been waiting to get some, but I haven't had the money yet. So,
who do you know that sells shrooms?
I'm not going to.
I bet I can guess.
Aren't shrooms mushrooms, right? That they grow? They grow wild, don't they?
Psychedelic mushrooms, yes.
Yeah,
psychedelics.
But they're naturally grown?
Well, no, not really.
Or is there stuff that they put on mushrooms that make them psychedelic? Because I honestly,
it's just the fungus. It's all. I've heard they taste like dog shit too, but I still want to try one. And
so you've never tried a psychedelic shroom?
No, I've never tried a psychedelic. Yeah, because you know they're even. I've never tried them, and I've tried. I got that. I tried. So I've never shot heroin, so thank the Lord, and I've never tried shrooms. I mean, I've had speed, I've had uppers, downers, sidewaysers, weed, coke, meth,
crack.
We smoked that.
Oh my God!
So
You've never had a psychedelic mushroom.
I've never had a psychedelic mushroom. And now they're talking about making them legal in Illinois. I know they're talking about it.
I know there were some states that were starting to look into it, but but they're naturally grown? How do you grow a psychedelic mushroom? Do they have to grow in certain
poop? Do
they grow in animal feces or what? I don't know anything. I really don't know anything about them. How did mankind discover them? What?
I think you ate a mushroom. Whoa.
Was someone looking at a pile of shit and going, oh, what's that growing underneath it? Oh, let me eat that and see what happens. Good Lord.
Well,
is that how it was? Because I honestly don't know. Is that how they discovered it?
I don't know. It would have to be. I mean,
or maybe an animal ate one and they, saw how the animal reacted to it and decided, hey, I don't know.
Well, let me try that.
Mm-hmm. I don't know because
Joel just said that Steve did felony number 3. He mentioned felony number 3 for the morning. Wow, you're on a roll today.
I'll stop now. I don't think I have it. I don't think I have it anymore, but I would like to. And yes, I do know someone. So
You know someone that sells them.
yes.
By the way, Dan says we know Steve doesn't do meth. He would have less body fat, fewer
Exactly.
teeth. He'd be talking faster.
Yeah, exactly. I haven't done math. And when I did, I mean, I could easily go 2 days without sleeping. I just did.
Brent says, "Is meth smooth when it eats your nose or teeth?"
Yeah.
Burns a little bit in the sinus. Yeah.
Does it eat? Does it do something to your nose when you smoke it?
Well,
I do
like
know.
when you, it's
I
like
do know
when
it
you,
kills
you know,
people's teeth, or ruins their teeth.
you know, when you exhale.
I'll be damned.
Sometimes it comes through your nose, your sinus, the smoke goes through your nose, and it makes it feel. I could feel tingle.
DC said, "Tom, can we get a meth not even once poster starring Steve?" Yeah, I wonder if Tom could make a meth not even once poster with Steve's face on it, just to kind of, keep people from ever thinking about it. That's a good way of thought. Jeff says Ray almost keeled over on the weed show. Yeah, that's true. On the weed show, I was smoking.
There were many. I mean, maybe I shouldn't. Maybe I should not. Bring this up, but I mean, there are many other. There are other podcasters that there's people on it that also smoke marijuana, and they keep blowing their mouths about how much they can smoke. I honestly believe that I could outsmoke any of you.
Oh my god!
So there are other shows that talk about smoking marijuana.
Oh yeah,
just like your Wake and Bake show, right? And you think that you could outsmoke all of them?
Oh yeah.
Congratulations.
I almost think. I mean, and I love the man to death. He's a co-host. I think I could outsmoke Rhino.
Well,
I do. I don't know. Because I know he can do some sitting.
I don't know the context
of this. Talking about my shirt.
Every
time I put this shirt on, I can feel gin.
Oh. So that's why you've worn it 2 days in a row now. That explains it.
We know your naked picture with Jen because we were thrown off of YouTube for it. And then, of course, we were let back on when they examined and they realized they couldn't see a penis. Oh, my God. Yeah.
Because I feel like...
DC says Steve is dressed for island lounging, but he smells like dumpster diving. Dressed for island lounging, smells like dumpster diving. Yeah.
Well, I'll have to...
Big D says, I just got some new XL shirts yesterday that are silky material. U.S. Navy, Dragon, and a random pattern shirts. Now that Big D's lost all that weight.
Oh, yeah.
I just found out that my insurance will not pay for my surgery I have to get.
It's an insurance company.
So we're appealing.
Oh, yeah.
We're appealing and trying to get them to pay for it. Yeah. But oh well, enough about my bad news.
I gotta catch up on that too. The 600-pound life. Again, because I see the new episodes. I know I watched the new episodes of Seven Little Johnsons last night. Damn, them girls were fine.
Are these midgets?
No idea. I have no idea what he's talking about. What are you talking about? What are you talking about?
I catched up on some streaming shows I watched last night. Seven Little Johnsons. because I was supposed to be on some fucking movie show called The Confession Stand. I get on there.
Yeah.
I get on there. I wait. I'm waiting. I got my hand on the button. Come on, buddy. Send the link.
Yeah.
I click on the link and I start just give my Heartland review, and the time ran out.
Right. Yeah. Sorry. about
Again.
that. I think maybe next week we'll bring you on earlier. To where if I see you, maybe I will,
Yeah, maybe bring me on first.
And you just
especially before that Tom guy starts clapping his gums.
Well, we have to. We have to.
What?
We have to. There's a lot of things we have to cover. There's a lot of news we have to cover. So we covered the news. Yeah. By the way, Joel said Steve just mentioned felony number 4.
Okay, I won't mention.
We're now keeping count of how many felonies you.
This is from a man's profile picture. He's holding a gun.
Dan says they are naturally occurring psych-effective fungus.
Oh, so they're mushroom.
That's what I mean. Those are the mushrooms. They,
I've heard they taste. I've heard they taste like poop, but I've never. I like mushrooms. I like mushrooms. I can eat a mushroom. I mean, I'm not hip on just picking up a mushroom and eating it. I like to have a little bit of ranch dip to dip it in. A little bit of ranch dip to dip it in.
I mean, I like if I get a pizza, I want mushrooms on my pizza.
Oh yeah. Mushroom on a pizza. Oh hell, mushrooms on anything. Yeah,
I had friends that were vegans, and they invited my wife and I to dinner once. We went over to their house and they cooked these portobello mushrooms. All right, that were gigantic. I mean, they were like this big around. Yeah. And they made them with olive oil and garlic and all kinds of different seasonings. They cooked them on the barbecue grill.
Oh.
And I'll tell you, they were almost like a steak.
Right, yeah.
Wow.
Eating them, you know what I mean? But I kept thinking, I know they were vegans and, but I was just thinking, I was going, oh, this would be so good with the steak.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
You know what I mean? So all I kept thinking is, oh, man, if they just made a steak, too, I could eat the steak and this.
Right.
Yeah.
But it was good. The portobello was good. And I just thought, oh, I should start having portobello, too, with my steak.
Yeah.
So it didn't turn me off. I wasn't turned off by meat, but it was a nice,
Oh yeah, I totally agree. Or even a hamburger.
I was like, boy, if I had some meat with this, it'd be really good. So
I have a hamburger on the grill now. Now I want to get some portobello. I got my grill fired up. I've used it twice now.
Look at that! I saw you made made pork steaks and bratwurst. By the way, DC says that there's conjecture that Neanderthals ate psychedelic mushrooms, and that's what kickstarted the brain's evolution towards modern man. Look at that!
Wow!
Wouldn't it be something if psychedelic mushrooms were somehow something that were involved in the evolution of man's, brain? Wouldn't that be something? Yeah. Brent says, I can outsmoke anyone. I don't think is the flex that Steve thinks it is. By the way, Tyler says everyone's insurance is doing that. He said his insurance that's denied him for eye surgery.
Oh, great.
Yep.
Although I just got a new insurance card, so.
Yeah. Oh, well. Yeah, I was told that my insurance wouldn't pay for it until 2025.
Really?
Yeah.
What?
And I was scheduled to get it done in June.
Right.
Right.
So now they're saying I got to wait, I've got to wait till next February.
Another
That sucks.
next 6 more months.
And I don't want to wait. So I don't know.
Right.
I'll talk more about that on the subscriber show later, but oh well. Yeah, so they're gonna appeal it. So Brent says that portobello mushrooms can be made just like hamburger. Yeah, I'm telling you, it was delicious. When I had it, it was very good. But they were saying eat it in place of steak. And all I kept thinking was, oh my God, this would really be good if there was some steak that I was eating with it. But nothing against the vegan lifestyle. I have nothing against it. I just,
Right. Exactly.
yeah. I like what Karen says in the chat room. She goes, vegan food is so much better with meat. Yeah, I agree.
Yes. Totally.
Big D says he's going to buy some steaks, burgers, hot dogs, and a little bit of Wagyu steak and have people over this summer. If Christina agrees to show some titties.
Oh,
Yeah.
Christina, please take one for the team.
Some titties. I'd love to have some Wagyu steak.
Oh yeah, I like.
I keep hearing how good that steak is. I'd love to try some of that. God damn. Let me try some.
Yeah. Well, we'll discuss it later, Big D.
Mm-hmm. Jen says portobello's on a cheeseburger. I had, you know what I had the other day? The other day on Memorial Day, I had a cheeseburger.
Oh, cheeseburger.
But I have not been able to eat cheeseburgers since my previous surgery. I have not had the taste for them.
Uh-uh.
But I knew it was Memorial Day.
Mm-hmm.
I knew it was Memorial Day, and I knew my wife wanted to grill something. I said, well, why not grill some hamburgers? And she was like, oh, thank you. She goes, I love burgers on Memorial Day. I said, that's great. And I said, but do me a favor. She goes, what? I said, can I have some tomato and some onion and some mustard and mayonnaise on mine? And before, in the past, that would just be a cheeseburger would be burger, cheese, and a little bit of ketchup. You know what I mean? That's what I've had in the past. But I said, can I have onion and she did. She goes, yeah. So she chopped up an onion and had a piece of tomato and stuff, and it was very good. So my tastes have changed.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
But I was able to eat a burger just fine.
What did you have? Did you have a bun or no bun?
I eat half a bun.
Half a bun.
Well, I tried to eat the whole bun, but I can't.
Right.
I can't eat a whole burger.
Yeah.
But it was good. You know,
Mm-hmm.
it really. I wanted the onion and I wanted,
Oh, that's cool.
tomato. And it was
Well,
good.
I think with summer coming, I mean, because I know I can't wait till tomatoes are growing. I
Yeah.
can't wait the big old juicy garden tomato. Except I don't have a garden, but so if anybody wants to send me any
When
garden
are you
tomatoes,
going to have the grill at your house? When are you having the big grilling at your house? Aren't we coming to your
Oh.
house for a grill?
I don't know. I've already fired the grill up, and I have seasoned it, Christina. I watched the video on YouTube on how to do it, and I did it.
Good
Yeah.
job.
So when are you going to have a grill bash at your house? With your house where we all go?
Oh, I don't know. I don't know. Hopefully soon. I gotta get a
Never.
grill.
Just wondering.
I gotta get a good grill brush. The one that he gave me with the grills on like this long.
Yeah, it's not.
Grill brush. This is cheapy. Yeah. I got other things going. I got sad thing is I got paid. I'm just like everybody else in the world. I got paid today, and I got no money.
Oh, congratulations!
Sucks,
By the way,
doesn't it?
here's the poster. This is a poster. Here's the poster that Tom made for you, Steve. Meth, it's not worth it. Seek help. I think that's a fine poster. We're gonna hang that poster on people's walls.
Oh God.
To keep the children from. Yeah, I like that. I like that. Thanks, Tom. We appreciate that poster. Well, that's our Steve.
Mm-hmm.
By the way, Karen says she will bring you some tomatoes if they have extra, and she's sure they will.
Oh, great.
Christina's going to
Yeah,
plant
probably.
tomatoes in my yard, aren't you?
Yes, I am.
Yeah.
And cantaloupe and
Oh, I'd love a cantaloupe. I would
Mhm.
love to grow a cantaloupe because I love cantaloupe.
oh, yeah, got one in the greenhouse now that's growing across the floor. It's like that long, so
Oh, man.
I'm gonna bring
You
that
get
to
a
you.
good ripe cantaloupe. The only problem with cantaloupe is if you cut it too early, then it doesn't taste right. You know what I mean? It's got to be
Yeah.
ripe.
Right, yeah. Well, that's the same with me because I don't like it.
It's got to be grown ripe. You can't cut it early.
Yeah.
Right.
I never knew how to. I didn't even like cantaloupe because my grandfather. We're talking like 50 years ago, like 55 years ago. I watched my grandfather. He would eat half a cantaloupe every morning, and I always wondered what he was putting on it. I didn't pay attention. I didn't eat it back then. And when I got older, I thought he was putting
Is
sugar
this
on
his
it.
internet cutting out?
No,
Yeah.
I hear him just fine.
Was Steve's internet cutting out?
I don't think so.
All right. Okay.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, he was sprinkled.
So
I thought he was putting sugar on it. And he was
What was
putting
he
salt
sprinkling
on
on
it.
it?
Salt.
Oh.
And
Used
so
to
I didn't
sprinkle
like
salt
Karen
on
it.
my
agrees.
watermelon.
She says sprinkle a little salt on the cantaloupe is delicious. Oh wow.
Yeah, I love cantaloupe now.
I
love
do
honeydew.
remember that my grandfather, my grandpa Parron, he knew exactly when they were perfectly ripe. Because my grandparents would go and they'd buy full cantaloupes. All right. And we'd go up to Chicago and see my grandparents. My grandpa would come home from work and he'd go look at the cantaloupes and he'd say, well, they're getting close. They're getting close. Not today. And then he'd come home and he'd go, okay, we got a cantaloupe that's ready to be cut. And we'd go, yeah. And he'd go, okay. And then he'd take a big knife and he'd cut the cantaloupe and they'd pull all the stuff out of it. And he'd say, this one is perfect. And then he would cut it into slices and stuff.
Mhm.
And I'm telling you what, that cantaloupe was so delicious. So I don't know how he could tell, but he could always tell from looking at the outside of a cantaloupe when it was ready to be cut into, and he always knew exactly when the perfect time was. And he would cut that cantaloupe. Oh my God, it would be wonderful. But I can't buy a full cantaloupe and tell when that's a lesson that I wish I could have learned from him. I could have said, Grandpa, what is it that you're looking for? You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah, that's for many things. I've heard if you push on them or
I don't know, but he knew exactly when it was the right time to cut. And he would say, okay, we got 2 cantaloupes we could cut into that. You know what I mean? He would be all excited. And then he'd cut into the cantaloupe. Oh my God, they were so good. They were never, too ripe or underripe. They were always just perfect. Yeah.
Yeah, I love cantaloupe, honeydew. I love watermelon, but it doesn't love me. I don't know what the difference is, but if I eat too much watermelon, I get diarrhea.
So don't bring you any watermelon.
Thanks for sharing. Do you put salt on the watermelon when you eat it?
Oh shit! Well, I can do it. I can do it either way. I can go, but I like salt on it. But I can eat it without salt too.
I love watermelon. I love cantaloupe. I love honeydew melon. Oh my God. But they have to be ripe. I don't like.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Like you buy you go to the store and they say, oh, here's cut cantaloupe, and you buy it and you go, oh, this is so good. And then you eat it and it tastes like, it's like, oh God, what is this?
Yeah.
And it's just not ripe. Like they obviously the people at the grocery store don't know when a cantaloupe is right. So I've never had it when it's perfect. Like when my grandfather would cut. My grandpa would cut it, oh my God, it would be perfect. Oh, well.
Well, hopefully I can figure it out because I've never grown it before. So
yeah,
just gonna have
hopefully you can figure out when they're perfect, because the thing is to cut them when they're ripe. Then they taste so good and they're so sweet and they're just fantastic.
Yeah. We've got sugar babies growing and
What are
Jubilee. They're little bitty melons.
Oh,
little bitty watermelons.
Yeah.
Like personal size. And we got the Jubilee, the big watermelons.
Okay.
We've got what
Are those planted in your garden, or are they
not yet? They're still in it. They're still in the greenhouse. They're getting ready to go into the ground.
What did you put into the garden?
So far we planted a bunch of tomatoes yesterday.
Yeah.
We've got cabbage, beets.
Oh.
Sweet corn.
Oh, sweet corn sounds good.
Mm-hmm. It's already starting to come up too. What else?
You couldn't pay me to
remember
eat
what else
cabbage
you put
or beets.
in. You don't like cabbage?
No, it's terrible. Oh. And I hate sauerkraut. Oh.
Yeah, we know.
I love sauerkraut. Oh, I'm glad you said that. I'm gonna give me some sauerkraut for my brats this weekend.
Oh, there's no. I just am so disgusted by sauerkraut.
Sauerkraut, onion, and brown mustard.
We have cabbage, beets, bodacious tomatoes, super steak tomatoes, super sauce tomatoes, honeycomb cherry, black cherry tomato, regular cherry tomato, sweet corn. What am I missing? Is that it? I think that's it.
I think so far that's what we have in the ground. There's a lot more in the greenhouse.
And we're not even half done planting.
I do like coleslaw. I do like really good coleslaw. So that's with cabbage. So I guess I can eat some cabbage.
Yeah.
But sauerkraut to me is disgusting. But what do I know? I'm just a little Mexican kid. What the hell do I know about sauerkraut?
I'll tell you what, really good. You might like this.
Germans love it, right?
Oh, the Germans do. We do.
I love sauerkraut, but sauerkraut does to me what watermelons do to Steve.
Sorry to hear that.
Sorry
to hear that, but I'm sure glad I'm thinking about
it now. Take your head of cabbage, slice it into about 1 inch discs. Lay it on a cookie sheet. Put olive oil and a little salt and pepper and a little garlic powder, and then put it under the oven. But just don't
oven.
Don't cook it soft. Don't cook it soft.
I don't generally make things under the oven, Steve.
Wait a minute. I'm trying to write down his recipe.
Do you have room under your oven to make this, Ray?
No.
I'm gonna have to go in the kitchen and jack the oven up so we can fit the pan of cabbage under it.
Yep. So, all right. So, what do we put the sauerkraut under the oven?
No, not sauerkraut. Cabbage.
What? Oh. Or put. Okay. So, what do you do with this cabbage?
Okay, take your cabbage. You cut your cabbage into like 1 inch round discs, or just cut it into 1 inch pieces, and then lay those on a cookie sheet. Put olive oil on the tops of the cabbage that's laying that you can see face up. A little sprinkle of garlic powder, salt, and pepper, and then bake it into the oven. Don't want to bake it, till it's soft. You want
you lost me.
Nice little crunch.
I'll take cabbage. All right, so that's Steve's recipe of something. Yeah,
sounds good though. I would try it.
Yeah, I'm just not a big. I'm not a big fan of sour or anything. So.
Oh, that's what Nikki told me. That back when I was smoked weed, that if I ate a sourpuss gummy before I smoked the weed, it wouldn't taste as bad.
If you would have eaten a sour what?
A sour puss? Is that what you said?
Those gummies, those, I don't know, Sour Patch Kids, that's it. She
yes.
said
Patch, not puss.
So you have a Sour Patch gummy? And then what do you do after the Sour
you
Patch?
eat that and then you smoke the weed. It takes the harshness.
So this is
you swallow
so again, it's another drug story. Thank you. Okay. By the way, Karen says she loves roasted cabbage. So you're talking about
roasted. That's what I meant.
Why did you make something called roasted cabbage seem so difficult? Right? Why, you know what I mean? Why not just, have you guys ever roasted cabbage? You take cabbage and you roast it. Would have been a lot easier than whatever the hell you described.
Well, I didn't know if you called it roasted cabbage or not. I didn't know. Baked cabbage,
white food. I don't know. But I'm glad you guys make it and like it. And I mean, my very Mexican mother loves sauerkraut and she loves Reuben sandwiches. I can't stand either. I can't. I don't eat corned beef. Corned beef on rye bread.
Oh
God, it's just.
Or Swiss cheese.
Steve's gonna have a foodgasm.
Yeah, I don't get it. I've just never gotten it. And but my mother loved, my very, very Mexican mother loves it. But I'm just saying I can't. Oh man. You know what else I can't stand? Liver. Have you ever had liver? Beef liver?
Can't stand it.
It tastes terrible, right?
Yes.
Isn't it?
Texture.
Yeah, and my mother loves it. She loves liver.
My mom loves it too.
When I was a kid, she would say, "Okay, for dinner tonight, we're having liver," and it would be like, "Oh God," you know what I mean? And so if she said that, I knew, all right, I'm not eating at home tonight. There's no way I'm eating this shit. So I'd always try to get an invite to a friend's house,
Oh God.
Because I knew my house was not going to have anything good. We're going to, liver. Oh my God, liver and onions.
Oh yeah, my brother likes it. He said, if it's cooked right, it's delicious.
Who likes that?
My brother does. I don't like it. And I like chicken gizzards and hearts. I don't like chicken livers. I don't like that texture.
I just couldn't eat. And I'm talking the big beef liver. My mom would make them.
Mm-hmm.
And it just, I tried. I just couldn't. It tasted terrible.
Yeah, when my mom would make me eat it, I would take ketchup and just drink some ketchup because I had to eat it.
It had an aftertaste too. It was just
yes, it was horrible.
It was just an offensive. It was just offensive, and it tasted bad. It felt bad. Everything about it just wasn't right. You know.
See, and that's kind of intrigued because that's why I want to try. What the hell are they called? Pig balls, Rocky Mountain oysters.
Mm-hmm.
I want to try. They don't look appetizing, but I've been watching a lot of shows on them.
You've been watching shows about pig balls. They have shows. They have shows about pig balls. I can't imagine those shows being very entertaining. Take it from Steve, everyone. Shows about pig balls. He says they're great. Seems like you can focus on, a lot of other subjects, but oh well. But Steve says no, the pig ball shows are really.
I think you can eat turkey balls too. I wouldn't mind trying the turkey ball.
Yeah. I think so.
Yeah.
I probably like turkey ball more than pig balls, but I don't know. I like pork. I'll
tell you what I is it liverwurst? Is the
Braunschweiger?
Yeah, Braunschweiger. Yeah. I could have a sandwich of that and be okay. But I can't eat liver.
I've got some in the fridge right now.
Braunschweiger's made from liver, right?
I think so.
Yeah. So I could eat Braunschweiger, but I could not eat liver. It just was unappealing to me. It just did not taste good.
I love Braunschweiger sandwiches.
Yeah,
cheese
but
and mayonnaise.
That's liver.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how they made a lunch meat good from it, but
I don't know.
Yeah. Oh well. Oh well. What do I know? What do I know, Steve?
It smells like baby shit too. Braunschweiger. I can't. I'm like.
Now I know. We ever do the blind taste test again? You're getting Braunschweiger.
Yeah. Oh hell no! I'll be spitting that shit out.
Yeah, we should schedule. Let's schedule another Brian. Let's do it for tonight's show. Let's get.
Whoa! Hold up.
Tonight's subscriber show. Why don't we do a taste test?
Yeah.
Thursday for Steve.
And I've already got the Braunschweiger.
We don't have time to put anything. I ain't eat no fucking Braunschweiger.
Let's do it.
Let's give me about half a dozen crackers. That's the whole one I'm eating, Braunschweiger. That's put Braunschweiger one cracker, then I'm eating a whole package of crackers.
That would be great.
Michelle's son Keith used to just cut it and lick it off the fucking knife.
So you're saying you want to try Rocky Mountain oysters? Right?
Oh yes.
Those are the pig. Are those the pig or beef balls?
Pigs.
All right. Do they eat? Are there beef balls too?
Yeah, I think there are. I don't know.
What are you doing?
Oh.
Yeah, that's Braunschweiger.
Braunschweiger with ghost pepper hot sauce.
So you put ghost pepper hot sauce on your Braunschweiger?
I'm going to.
Oh, good for you.
No wonder he has stomach problems.
My stomach problems are caused by listening to a certain individual on this show.
I like how DC says a Braunschweiger is a liver pate.
Yeah,
I knew it was made from liver.
Right.
And with blood removed and fat added.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember when I was working at the factory and somebody brought pate. I'm like, what the fuck is that?
What factory were you? What factory did you work at? I shouldn't ask this question so late in the show.
I really don't want to know.
I'm just begging for the show to go long. So maybe just forget that question.
There was, I guarantee you stole shit from there.
Oh, when I worked for, it was called Illini Technology.
Yeah.
But then it was bought out by another one called Phoenix International, which was bought out by John Deere. So at one point in time, I was working for John Deere. But that was when I was a maintenance mechanic of a $1 million factory out on the west side before there was anything. Out there we were right there by the Mellow Cream factory. It was a big. I think it's empty now, but yeah, they spent like $3 million and built this big factory. John Deere said, "Oh, you guys will have jobs forever. You guys will never." A year later, we're gonna sell you to somebody else and move everybody to Fargo, North Dakota. You can move to Fargo, or you can be without a job. So we were without jobs.
So you chose to be without a job.
Oh, I was married then. I couldn't leave without my wife.
Oh,
I wouldn't want to Fargo in a heartbeat because I love my job. I didn't have to do nothing. I just sat in this little cubicle all day.
And you divorced. You ended up divorcing the wife. Why didn't you go?
Well, that was too late. I divorced the wife. That was another 2 years later before I divorced the wife. When we were working for John Deere, we were homeowners. We just bought a new home. Well, it wasn't a new home, but we just bought our first home. I had just bought my first John Deere lawnmower. I had a 4-wheeler. I had a truck. I had a van. She had a car. I had a demolition derby car. I had a trailer. I had it all. I had that was when the big screen TV. I had a fucking big screen TV, and I watched NASCAR on every Saturday. I had stereo hooked on to.
What the fuck?
Unbelievable.
Oh Lord! Did you steal stuff from this job?
Of course he did. Of course. Come on. Why do you even have to ask that? He stole every story he's told about every job he's ever had. It ended with him stealing stuff. He stole stuff from this job.
Joel, or what felony number is this? 6? 7?
I didn't know. Okay. Let me put it this way. I didn't steal. Well, I wouldn't say I stole anything. That thing. Maybe a piece of wood or something like that. But what I did do, because just as like I said, I was supposed to do everything. I was supposed to be the maintenance dude for the building, for the whole fucking building, and all the equipment and all this shit. But
every story you told us were how you were sitting in your office. There were no stories about doing maintenance. All your stories involved you sitting in an office where it didn't sound like you were doing any work. It just sounded like you were watching TV.
I would have to go check the bathrooms and stuff like that, because that's where I was telling you. That was when I still wasn't able to fully wipe myself. And that's where the toilet paper fell out when I was walking. Because it was an electronics manufacturer, so it has a specific aisleway that you had to walk in, because everything was no static. You couldn't have any static or anything on the floor. But and that's where it fell out. And it says, "Steve, something fell out of your pants."
And this is when you would just take. This is when you took toilet paper and just put it in your ass crack to soak up some of the
push it up, and push it.
And then you would walk around. You would walk around, and people would see the toilet paper slip out your pant leg. Thanks for sharing that. By the way, my wife texted me a little bit ago.
Mm-hmm.
She said,
out of toilet paper.
When she got into her car to go to work today, there was a cicada in the car.
Oh, no.
Oh, shit.
And she says, it was not fun. And she goes, how do those cicadas get into everything?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I told her, I said, "Oh my God, I'm so sorry. How did you get it out?" And she said she had to go and get a broom and sweep it out of her car. And
Wow.
they're so, by the way, cicadas are they're so effing loud all day. But then at dusk, like the second it turns dusk, it just goes silent. It's so crazy. If you live, and I don't know if you guys have them, but if you have cicadas, they're so loud all day, like the entire day, and then they start up at like 7 a.m. It starts and it goes till dusk and then just disappears. And squirrels, if you have squirrels, you see the squirrels going nuts sometimes. Like they're just crazy, digging at something in the grass, and they're eating cicadas.
Yeah, that's why we don't have any cicadas out here. And the squirrels, I'm telling you, look out the front
You have
window
so many
at any
squirrels are
time.
eating all the cicadas.
They're digging. Yes, they're constantly out there digging in the yard.
Are there any other kind of animals that eat them?
I don't know. I would imagine.
I don't think so.
Caddy says they have no cicadas in Sherman. Caddy says
I've never heard any, but I've never heard any here in Williamsville.
He says still no cicadas in Sherman. He's definitely thankful. I'm telling you, I live
You're out by the lake.
You guys, I live near the lake, and they are so loud. They are so loud. I took a video of them. Did I not play that video for you guys last week?
I don't think so.
No.
Well,
I hadn't heard them until I came to your house last week.
Really?
Yeah.
Here.
And they are loud.
Here's the cicadas. Do you hear that? That's cicadas. Yeah. And that goes all day. That's all day until dusk. And then at dusk, it goes silent. It's the craziest thing. DC says there's no cicadas on the west side.
That's crazy.
Caddy says no cicadas in Sherman. Steve just said no cicadas in Williamsville. You guys, I'm telling you, out near the lake, there are cicadas everywhere.
Oh, you got a lot of trees out there too.
Yeah.
My
neighborhood has a lot. Yeah, there's people. Yeah, we have a lot of trees.
I would have thought we would have, because we got some big trees right outside, but I sit here with the door open all day.
And they're all, I mean, like Rochester, Springfield near the lake. I mean, it's all cicadas. It's unbelievable. They're so loud. Dan says raccoons, otters, skunks, badgers all eat cicadas too. Well, Karen says her neighborhood has lots of trees, but she still doesn't see or hear you.
Yeah, I think yeah.
I'm telling you guys, they're insane, and it's really, they're really something. And if you drive near the lake, you will hear them. If you're on East Lake Drive, just roll your window down and you'll hear it, because they're so loud.
It's insane.
Yeah. Okay, my lawn has not been mowed this week. I look like the white trash yard.
Oh Lord!
I keep hearing him.
He was gonna mow it. She told me last week she was excited to mow it.
Well, she's lying. She's fighting some kind of illness too, and I don't know what's going on.
Still sick?
Yeah, she's fighting some illness, and then trying to make out with me. And I'm like, oh, that's all right. That's all right. So, I got out of the shower last night, trying to kiss me, and I'm like, oh, I'm fine.
Wow.
I love you. Hey, I'll give you a kiss. Nice closed lip. I don't want any illness. I don't want it, Wow. Because she's coughing and wheezing and oh man. I don't want any of that.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And she'll remember that next time you want some.
Well, I'm just trying to be polite.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not laughing at that. I'm just laughing at the. I shouldn't be laughing because it's not nice to laugh at people. But I'm imagining your wife out mowing the yard and one of them cicadas getting caught up in her hair.
Oh shit.
Yeah, well, I don't. My wife was just in Texas.
Yeah,
and she flew back, so she was in a petri dish going to and from Texas. And I suggested, well, wear a mask, but God forbid anybody listen to me. And she and my daughter both got sick, and she's really, she's really sick. And I said, have you taken a COVID test? And she said, well, Bella took one and she was negative. And I go, well, I said, did you take a test? You know what I mean? Just to make sure.
Right.
But yeah, I guess my daughter took one and she was negative. So my wife has somehow determined that she is negative too. But
wow.
I don't know. I just know that she's really feeling it. She's, she really is fighting something, poor thing. So yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh well. Well, I'm looking at the time. It's just about time the show should end. This is the free show for today. By the way, on Thursdays, we do 2 shows. We do our free show in the morning. And then we have our subscriber show at night. Tonight is Taste Test Thursday for Steve.
No, I'm busy.
He'll put a blindfold on. And
He said, I'm busy.
He'll taste some food. Let's see. We're going to get watermelon. Let's get some watermelon.
No, because that might come back and bite me in the ass.
Oh, yeah. That won't make it. Because it's a runny. It goes in juicy and comes out juicy.
So let's put Dan in charge of picking some foods for Steve. Steve, I promise we won't get anything that you've already said.
Oh yeah, like you didn't feed me fucking prunes and clam juice and everything else last time either.
Well, I'm just
I swear to God, I will not do.
What else did I give you? Pickled pig's
I'm not
feet.
eating fucking.
You did have pickled pig's feet last time.
Any nasty thing I could think of.
Yeah.
I'm not.
That was about a year ago, wasn't it? Wasn't it a year ago like that?
Maybe.
This close.
Dan won't be here tonight. Dan has a customer coming to Dan's Auto Repair for a quick window roller upper repair.
All right. Well. All right. Yeah. Maybe we'll put someone else in charge that who can go to Steve's house with some food and a mask. Where Steve could put on a mask and eat food.
And it has to include Braunschweiger.
Yeah.
Oh, hell no. I ain't eat no fucking potted meat either. I don't mind spam.
Oh, I can't. Oh, no potted meat. Fuck that. But yeah, take my new ghost pepper sauce with you.
I don't mind spam.
Trying to kill him?
No. You guys. We can figure out who's going to be there. We'll do some taste test Thursday for Steve. But the show gets going around 6:00 tonight. By the way, Big D says potted meat with mustard is awesome.
Now, see, I might be able to handle that with some mustard on it.
DC says we should give him a bouillon cube.
Oh, hell no.
Oh, Big D says he could be there in his thong again.
Oh, boy. Oh, boy.
Big D, get with Christina so we can get you the types of food that we
What
want.
the hell? What the hell is this going on now? Now hold on, because I'm not even dressed today.
We'll get dressed before tonight. We're doing it at 6 o'clock. You've got plenty of time.
I got a shower. I got a mess to clean up. Ah, damn! Well, you can't just pop this shit on me like this.
I'm telling you, we're gonna do Taste Test Thursday tonight. All you've got to do is sit where you are with a blindfold on and eat some food. Oh, Big D says he still has to work until.
Fine, whatever.
Good Lord.
Now I would eat pot of meat if I could put Worcestershire, no, not Worcestershire, a horseradish on it or something like that.
Yeah.
There's a guy on TikTok that does all that crazy stuff. He was doing all different brands and everything else. He's called something Funky Waffle or something like that. I love cheese, so I'll eat blue cheese right out of a fucking jar. And that don't bother me.
I don't
have
like
a
blue
problem
cheese.
with cheese. I eat pumpkin blossoms. Mushroom. No.
I'll have you some pumpkin blossom soon.
Well, DC says
What is
deep
a
fried.
pumpkin blossom? What's a pumpkin blossom?
It's a blossom. If you pull a blossom off, you don't have a pumpkin. It produces the pumpkin, but you can only get them right first thing in the morning because they nightly thing. Because once the sun comes up, they close up again.
Yeah.
So you have to get them when they're open, and then you cut them off and you wash them off. And you dip them in some egg and milk and some crackers and fry them. Oh, I love me some fried pumpkin blossoms.
I've never had them, but I want to try them.
I'll be darned. Cindy's in the chat room saying she loves pumpkin blossom.
Oh yeah, I want to try the deep fried. You see, it says deep fried cicada, and I've seen a recipe for it, and I told you they got to be before they shred. You know, it's got to be, and they got to be dead, of course, because I don't want a bunch of cicadas flying around in here. I don't like bugs the way it is, but I'll pull the legs off of them, and I've seen a recipe how you can deep fry them.
Well,
they're supposed to taste like shrimp. They're supposed to have a nutty.
I'd love to see you get through Taste Test Thursday. I'd love to see you.
I ate that cricket, I don't know, a couple weeks ago. That was nasty.
This is a tier 3 subscriber show tonight. So go to morningdisaster.net and sign up for a subscription or join for free. But make sure you join tier 3 so you can check out tonight's show. All right. Make sure you check it out. I think you'll like it. There's a daily disaster today, a classic show today. All of it are for subscribers. Just go to morningdisaster.net and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching today's free shows. Free shows begin again next Tuesday, but we have a subscriber show tonight, tomorrow, and Saturday morning are subscriber shows. And you check them out. All right. Thank you so much for checking this show out. And I hope that you enjoyed and you weren't too disturbed by Steve's description of all those felonies earlier on the show. And I hope you come back to join us for Taste Test Thursday tonight. Oh, it'll be so much fun. All right. We'll see you guys then. Have a great rest of your Thursday, everyone. So long. And by the way, today's the day you got to hit Steve up for money because he said he just got paid. I heard it.
Oh, hey, chime me.
Yeah.
Here,